Hi, everybody. I'm Antonio Sanchez, and this week we were asked to create a handout over a author, publisher, poet, or an illustrator. And the person I chose to write about and to do a handout over was Dr. Seuss. I chose Dr. Seuss because I feel like he is one of the most famous um, children's authors of all time. I feel like teachers and parents will teach their children his books and about him for ages to come. Children love him because of his unique characters and his rhyming um, books. Uh, I've read Dr. Seuss books ever since I was a kid. My mom used to read them to me when I was, a preschool, and before that, even. Um, I feel like he is, a big inspiration and a big name in children's literature. I don't think we'll probably have another one as unique as he is. Um, Dr. Seuss, a little bit about him is his real name was Theodore Giesel. He was born on March 2nd, 1904, in Springfield, Massachusetts. His parents were Theodore Robert Giesel and Henrietta Seuss Giesel. His father was a successful brewmaster, so his family always had money. And at the age of 18, Theodore attended Dartmouth College. In 1925, he became the editor-in-chief of Dartmouth's humor magazine, The Jack-O-Lantern. But after a few months, that he was the editor-in-chief of this magazine, Theodore was caught drinking in his dorm room with a bunch of friends, and soon after he was kicked off the magazine. He did continue to and end up graduating from Dartmouth, and after that he attended Oxford University in England. Um, there he met his wife Helen Palmer. Um, he him and Helen, once they got married, they moved back to the United States, and in 1937 Theodore wrote his first book, And to Think I Saw It on Mulberry Street. I personally never read this book, but it's something that, since I'm such a big fan of Dr. Seuss, I probably will end up reading it in the near future. And he wrote this is the first time we heard of Dr. Seuss. Theodore Giesel, this is what he went by. But after he, published his first book, he went by the name Dr. Seuss, and he kind of just stuck with that name. In 1941, he began a career and published over 400 cartoons for the New York Magazine or New York newspaper. In the 50s and 60s, Dr. Seuss put up some of his most famous work, which uh, was the Lorax, Dr. Seuss's ABC book, one of the most Christmas favorites, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and the most popular ones that everybody seems to know is The Cat in the Hat and Green Eggs and Ham. He is such a big part of children's literature. His stories are forever, children's favorites, and actually a bunch of them became TV shows and movies like How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Lorax, and Horton Hears a Who. Um, so the handout I've done for today was it's an activity that I'm going to have my students make a PowerPoint of Dr. Seuss, like a timeline PowerPoint. And they present it to class, and you must include a brief summary of his life, like birthplace, date, um, parents, spouse, and his education. You must include at least 3 major books, rhymes, poems, or short stories that he wrote. You must include special awards and major accomplishments, if any. Be prepared to present this in class, so be creative, use good sources, and take your time. Remember, your peers will be watching. So, I want to now, before I show you, I have an example of a correct presentation that I want for my students to see. But before that, I'm going to read you Green Eggs and Ham, which is a popular one by Dr. Seuss. Green Eggs and Ham by Dr. Seuss. I am Sam, Sam I am. That Sam I am, that Sam I am. I do not like that Sam I am. Do you like green eggs and ham? I do not like them, Sam I am. I do not like green eggs and ham. Would you like them here or there? I would not like them here or there. I would not like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. Would you like them in a house? Would you like them with a mouse? I do not like them in a house. I do not like them with a mouse. I do not like them here or there. I do not like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. Would you eat them in a box? Would you eat them with a fox? Not in a box, not with a fox. Not in a house, not with a mouse. I would not eat them here or there. I would not eat them anywhere. I would not eat green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. Would you, could you, in a car? Eat them, here they are. I would not, could not, in a car. You may like them, you will see. You may like them in a tree. I would not, could not, in a tree, not in a car. You let me be. I do not like them in a box. I do not like them with a fox. I do not like them in a house. I do not like them with a mouse. I do not like them here or there. I do not like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. I like this just because it's a rhyming one. My kids love it, and it's just was one of my favorites ever since I was a child. So now that I am done with my story, I will show you um, an example of a correct presentation for our handout for the week. This is my title page. It's Dr. Seuss timeline. It has my name, the class, and the college. I put some pictures on it. This is a quick biography of Dr. Seuss. It has his picture. It tells that he was born in Springfield. It shows the years he attended Oxford and Dartmouth. Shows a couple dates of his books, like his first book, Cat in the Hat, Green Eggs and Ham. And it also, September 24th, 1991 was the year he died from oral cancer. Dr. Seuss Education talks about that he attended Dartmouth and he was the editor-in-chief of the magazine, and he attended Oxford where he met his wife, Helen, and that was the way that Dartmouth College text looked back then. Some of his most noticeable books was Cat in the Hat, Green Eggs and Ham, and the books that became movies. These are some of my favorites, some of children's all-time favorites. Horton Hears a Who, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. That was everybody's Christmas favorite. We love that movie, me and my children. And Lorax, which is a good one as well. And so I hope you enjoyed my presentation on Dr. Seuss, and I hope the children would do a good job on their handout. Thank you.